in Zoom.
Oh, I know. Doesn't it feel nice? It's also nice to not have that bill every month.
Yeah. Because I think mine was supposed to come out on the 11th, and I'm like, nope,
Yep, mine
no bill on the 11th.
mine went to the 25th. I was like, got it just in time. All right, everybody, we're about to do a show, and we're gonna
All right,
do it here in three,
everything
two.
sounds good on YouTube.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. In three, two, one. Greetings, programs, and we're back for another episode of the Nerd Cave Retro Show. My name is Jason Robbins.
And I am a very cold Derek Diamond.
Yes, it's quite chilly out the past couple of days. It was freezing last night.
When I woke up this morning, it was 29 degrees
Ugh.
here in sunny Pensacola. So
Yeah,
definitely broke out the sweater for work today.
been wearing my nice big thick jacket, so rarely get to do that here in the South. So it's nice to feel a little bit of winter. It actually feels a little bit like Christmas right now.
I know, and I'm hoping it doesn't turn around and be like 72 and rainy
Yeah, no
by the
kidding.
time we get to Christmas Day.
You know, why do the cats decide to start running around like crazy when I do the podcast? They've been quiet all afternoon. Now I start the podcast and they're like, "Guess what? We're gonna spin out on the hardwood floor here. That's what we're gonna do."
As I was getting set up earlier, my Yorkie Hopper actually jumped in my seat and looked at me like, no podcast tonight.
Yeah, he wanted to do the podcast. Why don't you let him do it?
I mean, I think our viewership would like quadruple if he did it instead of me.
But yeah, tonight's going to be a little bit of a weird episode. We're not doing a review tonight, Derek. We're going to just talk about Xbox 360 memories because guess what, everybody? The Xbox 360 turned 20 not too long ago.
Yeah, we talked about it a few weeks ago on Gaming History, and it hurts, but you know what? I've got a lot of great gaming memories with the 360. So
Yeah.
when you asked me the other day if I would be good with this topic, I'm like, absolutely. Like, this is one that I didn't even need to take notes on
Oh, me
because I
neither.
can pull so many from memory.
But I did want to say, we want to say it at the top of the show and at the end of the show so you remember sometime this week, me and Derek are going to be pre-recording the 2 episodes for the end of the month and the year. So we're going to be doing, next week is going to be top 5 holiday specials / movies. And then our end of the year, which is going to be, the 29th or whatever is going to come out.
Yes.
It's going to be best of 2025. So get us your top 5 holiday specials / movies lists and your best of 2025 lists. Everybody's been over on Discord, has already been getting their lists in. So get us your list before the next couple of days because we're going to pre-record those episodes so we can take a week or 2 off here at the Nerd Cave Retro and enjoy the holidays, get fat and all that good stuff.
A holiday siesta.
It's a holiday miracle.
It is that too.
But yeah, I don't really have much to talk about. The only thing I've really played the last week I've had time for is a few games of Balatro here and there whenever I get some extra time.
Yeah, the only thing I've really been playing is Harvest Moon. But I do have a show recommendation if we got a minute for that. So I know like Stranger Things craze has been going on, and rightfully so because the season's been great. I know we're both horror fans, me newer to the horror genre.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Derry,
I
the
haven't seen
It
it yet.
series.
I want to watch it so bad.
Dude, the finale, I'm not talking about series finales because I kind of put those in their own category. It had the best season finale that I have seen in years.
Really?
Especially the last 4 episodes are some of the best television I've seen in a while. And they do some foreboding. There are going to be more seasons, but there's some cool twists with a certain clown that are pretty amazing. So
Who
I'll
could
say
it
that, but it's-
be? Who could it be?
Oh, but Bill Skarsgård comes back as Pennywise, and he knocks it out of the park, just as he did with It Chapter 1 and 2. So the finale aired last night, but now that the whole show's out, you can watch it from start to finish.
Yeah.
It is so good.
I really want to watch that. That's been the one show I've been wanting to watch. I still haven't finished a couple of shows I started. It was at the Apple TV show. I can never remember the name of it. What's it called? Starts with a P, I think.
Severance?
Yeah, not Severance. I finished Severance. Polybius, I think it's called. Is it Polybius?
Oh, the Vince Gilligan show?
Yeah. I haven't finished that yet. I got to finish that. That's been really good. And I also want to say in the chat room right now, what's up, Chuck? He says, fleece and shorts is all you need here in the South for Christmas.
Pretty much.
And making his triumphant return. Haven't seen him in a couple of years. Donner Party of 5 joining us in the chat room
Love
right
it.
now.
Good to see you again, my friend.
Yeah, he says Balatro is a great drug of choice, and let me tell you, he's absolutely right. And DZ2, welcome. Happy holidays to you guys, too. Welcome, everybody, to the chat room tonight for this final live show of the year. But yeah, I haven't really watched anything. I haven't time. It's been busy, man, just with the holidays coming up and everything. So hopefully over the holidays I'll get to watch Welcome to Derry, because that's been the #1 show that I want to watch and get through, because I have major FOMO about that show right now. I got to get
I won't spoil anything, but it's really good. Really, really good.
You know me, I love me some Stephen King-averse.
Oh, there's some little nuggets of other Stephen King properties that are mentioned as well.
Well, I'm hoping that if they knock Welcome to Derry out of the park, maybe, just maybe, they can get the Dark Tower series going.
And actually get it right.
Yeah. I'm hoping.
I didn't see that movie that came out a few years ago, but I heard it was pretty terrible.
It's terrible. Don't even bother. It's awful. But yeah, happy holidays, you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also wanted to say rest in peace to Rob Reiner, who was found murdered yesterday. Him and his wife were found murdered, and Rob Reiner has been such a huge part of my life. Like, Princess Bride's one of my favorite movies. Stand By Me is one of my favorite movies. You know, just Spinal Tap, dude. Like, the dude has put so much joy in the world, and to go out like that is just, I don't have the words, man.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, when I first read it, I had to read it again, because I'm like, that couldn't have been what I thought I read.
Yeah,
but it's so sad, because the guy was, even before he became a director, you know, he was an actor as well. He was in All in the Family.
Yeah, that's where he got his start
back in the day. Yeah, so he had one of the, like, most legendary careers, and you know, even mentioning When Harry Met Sally, one of the more famous romantic comedies he directed as well. So yeah, the circumstances of that are just absolutely terrible. Yeah, and I feel for, you know, family members, close friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you never want to hear.
Yeah, it's just so out of left field. Like, you just never expect something like that. I mean, it's just speculation, but right now they have his son is in custody, and he's the #1 suspect that, you know, his dad, Rob, tried to help him and get him off drugs. He's been on drugs for a few years and fighting those demons and everything. So it's just awful, man, to be, you know, that's just, I don't even know what to say. My heart goes out to the family. You know, just wow. I have nothing. I can't think of anything to say about it, honestly.
Yeah, I would say we definitely, you know, rest in peace to Rob Reiner and his wife. Thoughts with the family and the close friends, but yeah, it's not news you want to hear around the holidays.
And Donner says in the chat room, he's not going to lie, I've never seen him When Harry Met Sally. The wife and I should watch it soon. It is worth watching. It's a great 80s rom-com.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably the greatest 80s rom-com, I would think.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. And not even just with 80s, but I think when you mention romantic comedies, When Harry Met Sally is usually one of the first ones that pop up.
Yeah. And you think about stuff like Spinal Tap and things like that, like especially Spinal Tap, like that movie hits different for me because I was a touring musician and everything in that movie happens in real life. Like it's satire, but it's also real life at the same time. So if you're watching Spinal Tap, just know some of that stuff happened to me at some point. Except I didn't, spontaneously combust as the drummer. But all the crazy crap that happens, that stuff really happens.
It's exaggerated versions of the truth, is
Yeah.
what it sounds like you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, when I watched that movie, a lot of it, I'm just like, that that hits a little too close to home.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Here, she wants everybody to see her for Christmas, so Lizzie wanted to pop up and say hi. Say hi,
Lizzie?
kitty. Lizzie Doodle.
Oh, pretty kitty.
All right, go on and no more acting crazy. So, all right, guys, we're going to get into the news. Got a little bit of news before we go into the topic, so you ready to jump into it?
Sure.
Here we go. And all of this week's stories came from Armez Jackson. And if you have a news story you'd like us to cover, send them to nerdcaveretro@gmail.com. And the first story tonight is from, where's this from? Comicbook.com. Long lost game finally releasing on NES after 35 years. A new, previously unreleased NES game is finally releasing for the retro console 35 years later. Let's see. Where is it at? Oh, here we go. However, it's pretty rare, if not totally unheard of, for a console to stop support altogether and then get a new release many, many, many years later. Let's see. It's called Excavator. Is that what it's called? Excavator?
Yeah, Excavator.
2025. It was a prototyped by legendary game designer Chris Oberth, who passed away in 2012, and shopped it around to various publishers in the industry in 1991. However, no one was interested in releasing it, and it was shelved. It was thought lost to time, but Oberth's family donated his archive of work to the Video Game History Foundation, where they found the source code for Excavator. The team at MegaCat Studios then faithfully finished the game based on Oberth's original vision, utilizing the tools he would have had in the 90s. You'll be able to buy it on an NES cartridge along with a 14-page manual and box next year for $100, and all the profit will help fund Video Game History Foundation, so you know where your money's going. It's a unique product and is a really cool piece of gaming history. It's one a lot of gaming fans will appreciate, especially if they have access to an NES. And I am absolutely going to buy a copy of this because I want to support the Video Game History Foundation.
Yeah, and I'm going to do the same thing. It's a little more expensive than your typical game, but when you know where the money's going, and you've got a year to save it up. So, yeah, I mean, the game does sound pretty cool. And I love the box art.
Yeah.
It looks like something straight out of an 80s sci-fi film.
It looks a lot like the box art for Section Z, if you've never seen Section Z for the NES. Yeah. It looks a lot like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get this as well.
But yeah, next year, $100, everybody. So by next Christmas, you should be able to get a copy of this.
Sounds like we should do a dual review of this.
Might
when
be
it
a
comes
review
out.
next Christmas.
Yeah. From MyNintendoNews.com, Wario World for GameCube comes to Nintendo Classics. Nintendo has announced the latest GameCube game headed to the Nintendo Classics app, and it's none other than the zany Wario World. It launched on the platform back in June of 2003 and gained legions of fans for Wario's antics. The game sees Wario attempt to regain his treasure and castle from the evil sentient gem Black Jewel. It is available now for Nintendo Switch Online, plus expansion pack members on Nintendo Switch 2.
Did you ever play this one?
So funny enough, I remember Wario World, but I never played it. I wonder if it's similar to the Game Boy games, because those were a lot of fun. I imagine that it would be.
Yeah.
I just, it sucks that you can't play the GameCube games on the Switch. Like you have to have a Switch too. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I can find a physical copy of this roaming around in the wild. I actually did go to the Video Game Trading Post, retro gaming store not too far from my house, and they like restocked a lot of stuff. So, and they sell like not just games, but they sell like the statuettes,
Oh,
the
that's cool.
figurines. They sell vinyl records,
Nice.
all kinds of stuff. So,
You know, the bad thing
yeah,
about the
this should be-
GameCube is I have a GameCube. I'm always on the lookout for GameCube games, but man, GameCube games have gone out of this world expensive over the last year or so. Like, it's insane.
we talked about it. You know
Yeah.
that like the N64 games were more expensive for a period of time, and
Uh-oh. I don't know what happened, but...
can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. I don't
Okay,
know.
there we go. I was just saying that, you know, those who grew up with the GameCube are now older,
Yeah.
and they're going to get into retro gaming, so
Yep.
they're going to jack up the prices.
They're looking at the GameCube like we looked at the NES and the Super Nintendo when we started this show 10 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
This next story is from NintendoLife.com. Nintendo expands Switch Online's N64 library with 2 classic platformers. They announced it will soon be expanding the Switch Online Plus expansion pack N64 library with a pair of classic 3D platformers. Rayman 2, The Great Escape, and Tonic Trouble will be added to the service on the 17th of December. So expect to see a lot of floating hands, feet with no arms or legs attached to them. Did you ever play any of the Rayman or Tonic Trouble games?
I did play Rayman for the Game Boy Advance, and it was pretty fun. It wasn't a game that I finished, but, you know, I like a good platformer, and I enjoyed it. Like, I remember not disliking it.
Yeah.
Tonic Trouble, I remember, but I never played it.
Yeah, I have no memory of Tonic Trouble whatsoever.
Yeah, it says here you play as an alien named Ed who's sent down to Earth to clean up a little supernatural conqueror problem after he inadvertently pollutes the planet's water supply with a strange liquid. He is trying to get the planet Earth drunk.
It sounds pretty cool, actually. I mean, I would play a game with an alien named Ed.
What was that alien movie with the guys from like Shaun of the Dead? Oh, it was Paul.
Paul, yeah.
Yeah, I never saw that, but that's kind of what this reminds me of.
Paul's an awesome movie. I still have the actual movie poster from the movie theater for Paul.
I remember it, and it cracks me up every time I think about it. Let's see, from mynintendonews.com, this is our last story for the week. Capcom wants to revitalize Ace Attorney, Devil May Cry, and Mega Man with new releases, remakes, and ports. Capcom owns a wealth of popular video game IP, and in its latest report, it highlights Mega Man, Devil May Cry, and Ace Attorney as franchises it owns and wishes to revitalize through new releases, remakes, and ports on new hardware, which presumably includes the Nintendo Switch 2. They say Capcom owns a wealth of globally popular brands. We aim to expand our user base and improve our performance through new releases, remakes, and ports of titles in these series to new hardware. By enhancing brand power and cultivating loyal fan bases, we will grow these into core IPs. I mean, that's a no-brainer, in my opinion, especially Mega Man.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched the Game Awards the other night. You were probably sick of you and poor Wally were probably sick of me and Joey texting back and forth in our group text about the Game Awards the other night.
Hey, as much as you guys were talking about it, I didn't need to.
But Capcom has a lot of games coming out soon. I mean, of all of the 80s game companies that are still around, Capcom is still killing it 40 years later. The new Mega Man coming out looks great. I don't know if you saw the video for that. I think they did a Devil May Cry. I'm not sure, but man, they got the new Street Fighter movie that's coming out that looks kind of crazy.
I was actually going to ask you about that. Your thoughts on the trailer.
It's going to be just as goofy as the original Street Fighter movie, maybe even more so. Like they're really leaning into the goofiness of it. And I think that might work because I don't think you can seriousify Street Fighter at all.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I think of it too. You know, it's you got to lean into it or not make the movie at all.
See, because Mortal Kombat, you can get away with kind of making it a little more serious, but Street Fighter, you just got to lean into the stupidness of it.
And I might be a little biased because I'm a wrestling fan, but Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns look great as their respective characters.
Dude, he's got the Guile haircut, like the
I know,
actual
it's
Guile
amazing. It's amazing.
And Chuck in the chat room says, did you cover your eyes for the Divinity trailer? That trailer was horrifying for that game. I don't know what that game is. Everybody's talking about it, but if you go watch the trailer for Divinity, just know you're going to see some horrifying things. And I don't know if I want to play that game.
Watch it with all the lights on.
Yeah. He says Polka Dot Guy as Bison. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's this Polka Dot Man from what was it?
Let me look up his actual name.
Yeah, what is
Even
his
though,
name?
like, I think he's going to do great as Bison, but I really thought that Walton Goggins would have been an amazing Bison.
Oh, missed opportunity, man. Oh, man. And I didn't know 50 Cent was Balrog. Is that true? Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. What is his name?
Because he was in Late Night with the Devil, which is excellent.
I'm gonna butcher his name, but I'll give it a try. David S. Malchian.
Yeah, something like that. It's really weird last name. He was actually he was a host on the Horror Awards on Shudder earlier this year, and he seems like a really he seems very intense on screen, but like as an actual person, he seems like a really cool guy to hang around. So I would love to hang around him and just you know, hang out with him and just drink coffee or whatever.
And also, Jason Momoa is playing Blanca.
Yes. So
there's a picture of him and Roman Reigns next to each other, and they look like brothers.
I mean, you can't get better casting than that.
This is a movie that
I think they CGI'd the girl that's playing what's her name? The one with all the kicks. Chun-Li.
Chun-Li?
I think they digitally enlarged her thighs. From what I saw in the trailer, I was like, that doesn't look real.
Yeah, maybe they did. I have no idea, but I thought the trailer looked amazing. It's one that, you just got to take it for what it is to enjoy it. Because I know somebody's going to go in and take it way too seriously.
Yeah.
Be like, this is the worst movie of the 2020s. Like, no, it probably won't be if you look at it for what it's supposed to be and you just go in, just leave your brain at home. Don't even take it to the theater with you.
I mean, that's why I still love the original Street Fighter. It's just so dumb and goofy. It's like, just shut your brain off and just enjoy the idiocy of this for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it looks great.
The world's horrible. We need some more joy and just ridiculousness in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's going to bring us to the end of the news. And let me get back to our notes here. Do we have any this month of video game history? Yes, we do.
We do.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. On December 2nd of 1996, LucasArts releases Star Wars Shadows of the Empire for the Nintendo 64 in North America. And I don't know if you were a little young, Derek, but I know you probably remember. There was a time, kids, when Star Wars, there was no Star Wars to be had except for extended universe books and comic books. Now, when Shadows of the Empire was released, they treated it like it was a movie release.
Kind of looking back on it, I wish they would have made it as a live-action movie.
Yeah, they should have. And the fact that it's no longer canon destroys me.
Yeah, I can vaguely remember the Star Wars drought because I was born in '86, so I saw the movies on VHS probably in like 91, 92.
Mhm.
And then we had Shadows of the Empire come out a few years later, and then we had the prequels. But yeah, I can remember Shadows of the Empire being a big deal because there was really no Star Wars
Yeah.
besides the books. But yeah, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire had a video game, it had an audio book, it had a graphic novel, it had a legit novel. So they really gave it the red carpet treatment.
hmm it was a huge release, and just for when you're a Star Wars fan, and that was the Star Wars that we had, we just ate it up.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of Star Wars, December 8th of 1998, Factor 5 and LucasArts released Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the Nintendo 64. I know a lot of people will talk about the sequels for the GameCube, and rightfully so because they're great games.
hmm
But to me, the original Rogue Squadron's a little underrated.
Yeah, I played
Like people don't
so
really
much of this game.
people don't talk about it as much as the sequels. And I feel like that's a bit of a disservice.
Yeah, I think they really do need to go back and maybe do a remaster of this game and just give it a little polish, because this is a really good game. I played a ton of Rogue Squadron for the N64.
Yeah, no, I did the same.
Nick says Super Star Wars better than Shadow of the Empire. I mean it's like apples and oranges though, man. It's like it's two different
Yeah,
kind of.
they're two different types of games.
Yeah, I mean I love them both, but Shadows of the Empire is a little rough these days because man, it's hard to control that game with one analog stick.
Well, I know we've mentioned it before, but the fact that they throw you against an ATST with really no direction isn't really the most fun thing in the world.
Let's see, December 19th, 2001, LucasArts releases Star Wars Obi-Wan for the Xbox in North America. This is a game that I've been wanting to review for a while because I have not played this game since then, and I don't remember anything from this game.
I never played the game. I do remember it. I remember hearing about it, but I have not seen 1 second of gameplay. The only thing I know about it is that it exists and the cover.
I think this might have been one of the first games I rented from my original Xbox. Because I never bought it, but I know I played it, so it's probably one of the first games I rented for it.
Yeah, Doomfan mentions Dark Forces is really good.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
We need to review that too.
And finally, to conclude our Star Wars themed gaming history, December 6th, 2005, Obsidian Entertainment and LucasArts released Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2: The Sith Lords for the Xbox.
Loved both of those games so much.
I know that like Disney came up with their own stuff with the sequels and all of that. But man, these would have made great like pre-prequel movies.
Yep. Can't. I couldn't agree more. They fumbled the ball, man. What can I say?
Yeah. Oh, I love that coffee mug, by the way.
Thank you. I just got this the other day. I've been looking on the prowl for a Snoopy Christmas mug, and I finally found one. I like it.
No, that's awesome.
But speaking of Knights of the Old Republic and the Game Awards, Derek, did you watch the trailer for Fate of the Old Republic?
I watched it because I feel like I may be in the ground by the time the game actually comes out. This is going to be the only experience I get with it.
I am so excited for that game. I mean, these two games, the Knights of the Old Republic games, are the reason that I jumped right into the Mass Effect games, because I had the Xbox 360. I saw a Mass Effect on the shelf at Blockbuster, and I looked at the back, and it said BioWare. And I was like, oh, that's the guys that did... that did Knights of the Old Republic. So I'm going to play this, and got into Mass Effect that way.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah, Donner says, Knights of the Old Republic 3 in 2036 is going to be great if we're alive.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
all be sitting in a retirement home
Yep.
playing KOTOR 3.
But that brings us to the end of this month in video game history and the end of this month in video game history for the year of 2025. And Derek,
You know what that means?
what does that mean?
That means in January we can start adding 2006.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Don't remind me. We're old.
We are.
Before we go into our discussion tonight, Derek, you want to do our Patreon shout-outs?
As always, we like to shout out our awesome patrons over at patreon.com/nerdcaveretro. We want to shout out OmniSlick, Alex the Alley Cat, Michael Patrick, Justin Nispel, Riley, the official NCR fact checker, Mr. Wally Phelps, Nick W., Eld the Zombie, Yup Fed, aka Knife, Raven, Daniel Salmon, aka Bethany Fox, our amazing Discord community manager, Mr. B. Rez Coffee himself, Mike Eveland, the fact checker to the fact checker, Tyler the Wordsmith Watson, Axblade07, the official NCR beat writer, Armez Jackson, Carlos Longoria, better known as I Am the Rampage, Staff Sergeant Sketch, Gus and Penny, Matthew Salmon, the American Salad, Enos, a golf instructor, a man who knows his potato, the Dream Chaser.
He boils them and mashes them and puts them in a stew.
He is a violinist, a pianist. One day I'm going to slip up that word. But today's not that day. An overall enjoyer of music, the undisputed Nerd Cave Retro heavyweight champion of the world, Joey Image. And last but not least,
Mama Diamond.
Donna Diamond. Thank you all so much for your continued contributions and keeping the lights on for us here at the Nerd Cave Retro Podcast for as little as $1 a month. I know we've got the holidays and everyone's probably broke, but for as little as $1 a month, you get your own RSS feed with, guess how many ads are included in this RSS feed? 0. Absolutely none. If you want to hear conversations like this completely uninterrupted, you just gotta pay $1 a month. You also get early access to our bonus episodes, which include commentary tracks, roundtables, our Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I could go on for hours about the stuff we've covered in the Patreon bonus episodes, and we're going to be doing the same thing in 2026. So go ahead and jump on the bandwagon and join our awesome Patreon community at patreon.com/nerdcaveretro. And for new patrons, be sure to send us your social media info so we can give you a proper shout out.
And tonight we're going to be talking about this console right here. The Xbox 360 came out. It was released November 22nd, 2005. It was the successor to the original Xbox and the second console in the Xbox series. It was officially unveiled on a MTV in a program titled MTV Presents Xbox, The Next Generation, revealed on May 12, 2005, which detailed the launch and game information announced later that month at 2005 Electronic Entertainment Expo, otherwise known as E3. It was one of the very first consoles that had like a live. I mean, the original Xbox sort of did it okay with Halo 2, but really when it came to online gaming, the Xbox 360 really sent it into the stratosphere and perfected it.
Yeah, if we were doing a word association game and you brought up Xbox 360, my words would be Xbox Live.
Yeah.
When I think of online gaming, there's just a flood of memories that come in with the Xbox 360 because the first, like, we played Halo, the original, on Xbox quite a bit when I was in high school. Um, I was a I was a sophomore in college when the 360 came out. And when Halo 3 specifically came out for it, that was really what introduced me to online gaming. I've mentioned this story before, but uh, I would always get the crap beat out of me in multiplayer on Halo 3.
Yeah.
And that was the reason I got Xbox Live, because I was tired of it. So I would play matchups online. Looking back on it, I spent way too many hours doing that, but I think we all did.
But I don't know. Did I spend more time playing Halo 3 online, playing multiplayer, or did I spend more time actually making maps?
Oh, the map making was fun. I didn't dive into it as extensively as I probably should have. But what was cool was you could actually download maps that
Yeah.
other people had made, which was pretty incredible for that time, and now you look at games like WWE 2K, whatever number they're on, you can actually download creator wrestlers that people
Yeah.
have made. And I remember that it may not have started with Halo 3 as far as the map making goes, but that's the first game I remember where you could download things that other people had made.
And you know what else comes readily to mind for the original Xbox Live were the blades on the screen. That was it just me, or was that the best that any online service has ever been? Was those blades? They've never been able to get it any better than that.
It's definitely up there. I would probably put it as my number one, but I will give Nintendo credit on this. I really did like the Wii Virtual Console
Yeah.
and the way it was laid out. But
How
yeah,
did
when I think
Nintendo
of like online,
fumble the ball so bad, going from how great the Nintendo eShop was to the store now? Like, that store is terrible.
I like to think it's just some kind of long trolling game
It has to
that
be.
Nintendo's doing. But yeah, and I remember, I've talked about this numerous times, but when Microsoft bought Rare, and they started the Xbox Live Arcade, where you could download like older games, and you could get Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie,
Yeah.
and it included the stop and swap that was supposed to be in the N64 version, but they couldn't do it because of hardware updates. So that gave me a reason to play through the games again,
Yeah.
because it gave it a whole new experience.
That it had backwards compatibility like that, but the fact that the Xbox online service had so many great like indie games for that system,
Yeah.
like Super Meat Boy and like all those type of games that got me back into retro gaming. Like, there was just something about the Xbox 360 was just absolutely perfect. And I don't think they'll ever be able to recapture that. I mean, they've tried, but man, Microsoft has really been fumbling the ball recently, especially with, they could have had something so great with Game Pass, but man, are they screwing that up hardcore. Like, just to the point where it's like, are you guys intentionally trying to drive your Xbox brand into the ground? Like, is that what you're trying to do? Because you're not convincing me otherwise.
Yeah, it's just really unfortunate, because you'd think that Microsoft would be smarter than that. Like, if Nintendo does a move like that, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But with Microsoft, it does surprise me a little bit. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best-selling Xbox 360 game of all time?
Oh my gosh, probably it's got to be something weird. Like I would say like Halo 3, but it's probably like Halo Reach or
Halo Reach is not in the top 10.
Really? Huh.
I've got the list pulled up.
One of the few games that
Halo
made me
3
cry at the end of it.
and then seeing Rogue One, I'm like,
Yeah.
I recognize
I've
this.
played this before.
Yeah, and it sucked. No, the game was great, but the ending was just such a freaking tearjerker.
It's what is it? It's probably like King Kong or something like that.
So I'll list you the top 5 from
Okay.
5 to 1. Number 5 is Call of Duty Black Ops, sold
Okay.
14.55 million. Number 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, 14.72 million. 3, Minecraft, Xbox 360 edition, 22 million. Number 2, Grand Theft Auto 5
Oh,
with
yeah.
22.95 million.
I forgot that Grand Theft Auto 5 came out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. That's how old that game is, and it's still selling like 1 million copies a year. It's like the dark side of the moon of video games.
It really is. But the number 1 best-selling Xbox 360 game, selling 24 million copies, Kinect Adventures.
What?
I'm just reading it off the list.
They didn't even sell that many Kinect.
I'm just I'm just the messenger here, my friend.
I don't believe you, Derek Diamond. You're pulling my leg.
I ain't yanking no chains.
Yeah, I was with
podcast.
Chuck there for a second. I was thinking he pulled up Red Dead Redemption there, like at the very end. Yeah, I was thinking either Red Dead Redemption or Skyrim. Skyrim came out on the 362. That game had to have sold 50 million copies because people are still playing it.
Yeah, I know. Nick in the chat says Skyrim is number 1. Skyrim is, according to this list, number 8 with 13.7 million,
But
which
dude,
doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't. And Red Dead Redemption, let me tell you something. Red Dead Redemption has not only had one of the greatest video game moments of any game I've ever played when you're going to Mexico and that song starts up and it's just, you're in the desert on your horse and it's amazing. But Undead Nightmare is one of the greatest, like, downloadable contents ever made, like extra content for a video game. It's a whole separate game in itself, and it's amazing.
It really is. I'm surprised. Oh, I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan actually said he wants to star in a Red Dead Redemption movie, which I think he would be great at.
Dude, let me pull out my money right now. They've already got my money.
Yeah.
I will give them my money right now to go make that movie.
If anyone's curious to read the list, for those that are watching live, I put it in the chat room. You guys want to look at it?
All right.
Again, I'm just reading what was in front of me.
Oh, Gears of War too. I forgot all about Gears of War, man.
Yeah, Gears was huge.
There was some great games for the Xbox 360. It seems to me that the Xbox 360 was great for something that's not really around anymore. And what I mean by that is now you have nothing but AAA games that cost like $300 million to make, and take 5 years to make. Like that's all they're doing is AAA games, and then there's indie games now. You don't have any in between. But when Xbox 360 and the PS3 era was the greatest era for like just A games, AA games. Those games that like are great, but they weren't a major franchise, but just a really great game like that you could walk into Blockbuster at any time, see a cool game box for the Xbox 360 and go, this is probably pretty good. But you didn't know what it was. You never saw any advertisements for it. And you would take it home and it would probably end up being one of the best games you ever played. That's what the Xbox 360 was good at. And it seems like we've gotten so far away from that in this era of gaming. The era of, like I said, nothing but AAA games, and online-only multiplayer games. This era of gaming it's just not for me.
I consider the Xbox 360 generation to be like the last great or like gaming as we knew it. That is the last generation of gaming to me.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
it's going to continue, but as far as being able to enjoy games on the 360, we had some really good games. I never had a PS3. I skipped the PS3 unfortunately because I had the 360. But yeah, and midnight releases were
Oh,
great too. I remember
yeah.
doing the midnight release for Halo Reach and also for Skyrim. I've told that story before that we went to my friend's house after the midnight release and we all like had our own consoles, brought our own TVs, and we played that game until the sun came up.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the games that's actually going to end up on my best of 2025 list was South of Midnight. And I think I told you when I was playing the game that it reminded me a lot of those Xbox 360 era, platformers, like 9 to 12 hour platformers that just have a great story, great gameplay. And like you just play through the game, you finish it, and then it's like you're done. I could go back and play it again on a harder difficulty, yeah, but it'll be the same exact game again, just on a harder difficulty. There's no like, I guess there's some DLC for it now. I don't know. I don't have Game Pass anymore, so I don't have it. But South of Midnight just reminded me of that era of gaming. Those really good, 9 to 12 hour platformers that just you get in, you get out, and you play a great game, and you're done. And it's like, wow, I'm glad I played that.
Yeah, that you're absolutely right. And I'm trying to think of some other.
Oh, the BioShock games for the Xbox 360 were great.
Oh yeah, yep. I remember BioShock. Yeah, yeah. Nick says I remember doing it for Metal Gear Solid 4 and BioShock Infinite.
Yeah,
there's a certain and. Don't get me wrong, I like being able to get movie tickets in advance and get reserved seating and everything. But there was a certain magic about waiting outside for like the midnight release of a movie. Same thing with games. Because you get to go with friends, you meet strangers and you talk about the game or the movie, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and you meet friends almost that way too,
You're already excited for it, but talking with other people who you've never met before that are just as excited as you are builds the excitement even more.
And like you said, as much as I love to go into the movies and I have, assigned seating now, there was just something so great about getting to the theater early, waiting in line, and speculating with all the other nerds that are sitting there waiting in line with you to get a good seat about what you're going to see. And it would just kind of, cause your fandom and your anticipation to just boil over. I know me and Wally did quite a few midnight releases. I think I did the Halo Reach midnight release. I know I did a couple of WoW midnight releases. I think I did Mass Effect 2 midnight release too. But man, those midnight releases were so fun to just hang out with people, talk about gaming, and then you finally get into the store. They only let like 5 people in at a time, and you're getting in there and you don't even get to look at anything. You just go in and walk up to the counter, you get your game, and then you walk out and you sit in your car for like 10 minutes just reading a manual, just like, oh my God, I can't wait to get home and play this.
Hands are shaking a little bit as you're walking to your car.
I just miss that, man. I miss it so much.
It's a time that I think will never be replicated.
Yeah.
Because it's just, and it's great to have the modern conveniences, but it's at the expense of like unforgettable moments.
Oh, Nick says he remembers going to midnight release for Dark Knight and someone came dressed as the Riddler. That's cool. And speaking of Batman, the Arkham Asylum game started on the Xbox 360. One of the few games I actually 100%ed. It took me forever to get all those Riddler trophies. I had to cheat and look up on YouTube videos on how to get some of them because they were so ridiculously hard to figure out.
And mine was Lego Star Wars. the complete saga. That was the first and only game that I got all achievements on.
Do you remember what the first game you would have played on the Xbox 360 would have been? For me, it probably would have been Halo 3, I would think.
Yeah, I think that would have been mine too. 'Cause I think
I do
when
have a
did Halo
story
3
for how I got my Xbox 360.
Okay.
Because at the time, I had an original Xbox, and I was playing a lot of WoW around this time. I didn't get an Xbox 360 till about 07. And, the first couple of years, around 05, I think, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but I spent like almost $3,000 on an Alienware computer in 2005 just so I could play WoW. Yeah, that was me.
And just
I'm that guy.
The fact that you had the ability to do that is
I
amazing
didn't.
in itself.
I'm still probably paying on it on a credit card I have, but that's how it goes.
Fair enough.
Nothing like paying $30,000 for a $3,000 computer. Like interest rates are awesome. Everybody, credit cards, yay. But around 2007, I was living with a friend of mine named Joe, who I'm still friends with. He's still trying to get me to play WoW again too. Like he's really like trying to get me to play WoW again. But he used to wake me up in the middle of the night because he would literally go like 3-4 days without sleeping and then sleep for like 48 hours straight. And then he'd be up for another 4 days. The dude was like, slept like Leonardo da Vinci, like little 30-minute bursts of naps. And then he was up for like days. So he'd wake me up at like 1 a.m. to go to the casino. And I'm not a casino person. I don't gamble. If I lose $10, I will cry because I don't like losing money. But he would wake me up to go to the casino with him because he liked to play poker. And I went with him one night. I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. It's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. We go to the Imperial Palace Casino on the Back Bay. And we go in and he wants to play poker. I like to play poker, but I don't like to play poker in public. I like to play poker with friends. I don't want to play poker with a bunch of old, dudes that take it way too seriously and will probably kill me in the parking lot if I do something wrong at the poker table. I don't want to do that. So he was like, I'm going to play poker. I was like, you go do what you're going to do. I'm going to go just walk around. I had $20 in my pocket, Derek. I had $20 in my pocket. Like, what am I going to do? I don't know how to play any of these games. I'm not good. I don't know how to gamble. But I know how to play roulette. And I walked past the roulette table, and it was like a $2 buy-in or whatever, or $2 minimum whatever bet. So I walk up to the table. Nobody's at the table. I'm the only person there. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. The only people that are in the casino are horrible gaming addicts and alcoholics, and me and my buddy. But he's upstairs. So I walk up to the roulette table. I had a $20 in my pocket. I pulled it out, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I said, put it on 16. She goes, okay. She put the $20 bill there on the 16. Guess what, Derek?
Did it land on 16?
The 16 hit. She pushes up a mountain of chips up on the thing. I'm like, holy crap. I don't even know how much money this is at this point. I pull a whole stack off. I leave like 2 stacks up there. I said, leave it on 16. Guess what, Derek?
Hit again?
It hit again. She goes, how did you do that? I was like, I have no idea. I played for like another hour. Just house money at this point. Like, I don't even literally know how much I have. Like, it's a mountain of chips in front of me. My buddy comes down, about 45 minutes or an hour later, however long he was up there. He busts out, comes down completely broke, sees me sitting at the roulette table with a mountain of chips in front of me. And he goes, what the hell, dude? I'm like, I don't know. I got lucky, I guess. So I decided to go because the girl was like doing shift change or whatever. So I ended up tipping her like $400. Like, I just had a huge stack of black $100 chips at this point. I just gave her like 4 or 5 of them and said, here. She was like, oh my God, thank you. She was thanking me for the tip and everything. And then I went and cashed out. I still walked out of there with over $2,000 that night, Derek.
Holy cow.
And then I just went to Best Buy the next day and I bought an Xbox 360 and I paid my rent for that month.
That's an incredible story.
And it's one of the last times I've been to the casino, honestly. I can't even tell you the last time I went to the casino. I think that was probably it. So as far as like, be like as odds go, I'm like in the red with the casino right now.
So I think it's safe to say that 16 is your lucky number.
Yeah, pretty much. 16's been my lucky number ever since then.
That's incredible.
It was crazy.
That's a great story.
And if you ask me, why'd you bet on 16? I don't know. I just walked up to the table and said, put it on 6, because it was 16 is literally like the middle number on the board. And I was just like, just put it on 16. And it hit. And I was like, all right, well, I pulled off a whole mess of, chips. And I was like, left 2 or 3 stacks of chips up there. And it hit again. And I'm just like, what is happening right now? I should have just bet it all.
That's incredible.
It was crazy.
Yeah, my Xbox 360 story is not nearly that interesting. So I would say I probably got it as a gift or something. And that's really it. But that's awesome.
And then I red ringed like 2 years later and got another one. It red ringed on me, so I sent it back. And eventually just went and traded it in to GameStop and got myself an Xbox Slim.
Yeah, that's something else too. And I know we're starting to wrap up on time, but the variations of Xbox 360s were awesome.
Yeah.
They had the Halo Reach one was really cool. They had a Star Wars one, which the console itself looked like R2-D2 and the controller looked like C3PO.
Yeah.
It was those were really, really cool.
Yeah, and one of the coolest things about the Xbox 360 was the faceplates. Faceplates were awesome.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I miss the Xbox 360. I really do. I just miss that whole era of gaming.
I do too. It's one of my favorites for sure.
But we're going to start winding this down. If you have a great Xbox 360 story, actually, you know what? We have. Let me run the Acast real quick, and I know we got not Acast. What am I talking about? What am I talking about, Derek? We got to go to
voicemail?
VoiceCast. All right, Come on. Let's go. VoiceCast. We got a voicemail from the Mr. Potato himself. And let me...
The Dream Chaser?
Yeah, the Dream Chaser. I hope you guys can hear this. Let me make sure... I should have done this beforehand, but I'm doing my best here, everybody. All right, I got Safari's on. You guys should hear this, so let me know. Where's my stuff? Let me go to my profile here, my shows. Let's see, Nerd Cave Retro, and I've got. Yep, here we go. You should be able to hear this. Hold on, just 1 second.
This is your favorite pro wrestler, Joey Image, just saying hello, and I love you guys, and I love being on your show, and I hope everyone has and is having a great holiday season and gets all their shopping done, because I haven't started mine yet. Today is December 8th, and I hope y'all are doing great, and I will talk to y'all soon. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Potato himself, Mr. Joey Image.
Thank you, Joey.
But yeah, if you want to leave us a voice message, go to voicecast.app/NCR. Leave us a voicemail. Let us know some of your Xbox 360 memories, and we might play them on the show here. Actually, I tell you what, we will play them, on the show here. Just kind of keep them, under a minute, and I'll play them on the show here. So go do that, everybody.
Yeah.
So Derek, is there anything else we need to get to before we leave for this episode?
Actually, I do have some big news, and I'll be brief with it. But my wife and I are going to be starting a new podcast in 2026 called Coastline Crimes, where we discuss true crime incidents from Pensacola and the surrounding Gulf Coast area. So we'll I'll be off next week for Christmas, so we're gonna finalize like the details behind it. I don't know if it'll be ready for the start of the new year, but definitely by the end of January, we'll start releasing episodes. We do have our social platforms set up, Facebook and Instagram at Coastline Crimes. So go give us a follow.
And I wanted to tell you guys, too, that if you ever cover the Sherry murders here on the Gulf Coast, I used to babysit in that house they were murdered in. So,
Okay.
yeah. And the lore was while I'm sitting there babysitting the kids, and they're like, parents are like, yeah, bullet's still on the floor. So have a good night. We'll be back later. I'm like, oh, awesome. Thank you. Great.
Yeah, that's just say it like in casual conversation.
Feed the kids there, got some Captain Crunch in the kitchen, order pizza if you need to. There's a bullet in the floor. Have a good night. Like, oh my God. What? Okay.
Well, wait. What was that?
What was that
Say that
last
again.
thing you said? I wanted to say a shout out to Ted Marshall in the chat room. Says,
Yeah,
I listen to you guys
absolutely.
on Spotify. I've listened to your podcast religiously. Great show. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Ted, so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, don't forget, everybody, get us your top 5 list. Top 5. What are we doing again? Top 5 favorite holiday specials / movies, and get us your best of 2025 lists within the next couple of days. We're going to be pre-recording those episodes. So I wanted to say thank you all for hanging out with us this year. Thank you for being here live on YouTube. And thank you for everybody for being there, and all you guys that have joined the Discord recently. Thank you so much. There's always new people joining the Discord. It's a great community. Go head over there. Just go to nerdcaveretro.com. That'll take you everywhere you need to go. And if you don't know what Discord is, guess what? It's like an old school message board where you get to go in there, have a cool community to hang out with, talk about video games, we do daily trivia, all kind of cool stuff. So please go join the community. Derek, what else you got before we get out of here?
That's it.
All right. Well, let's play our music here. And if you want to email us at nerdcaveretro@gmail.com. Leave us a voice message at voicecast.app/NCR. You don't have to sign up for anything. All you got to do is just leave a message. That's it. Nerdcaveretro.com is our link tree. That takes you everywhere you need to go. All the socials, all the ways to give us money, our Patreon, and our merch shop, which is ncrmerch.com. We got all kind of designs over there. You can get t-shirts, hats, magnets, bags, mugs, whatever your nerdy heart desires. And if you can't do that, I understand times are tough, but we're tariff-free here on the Nerd Cave Retro Show. So go leave us a review. It's free, or a 5-star rating on all the podcasting platforms. So Derek, please tell them what it's all about.
May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce.
Yes.
Wise man say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
And that's an episode.
We did it.
What Chuck say? Until it gets age gated and we have to show a driver's license to log into Discord. That actually happened to one of the Discord communities I'm part of. The show we were on not too long ago, the Rushmore show. I got locked out of their page because it went to age restricted for some reason. Like I can't get in their page.
That makes absolutely no sense.
I know. I'm like, I was born almost 50 years ago. Why am I being age gated out of a community that I'm already a part of?
I guess they're really catering to like the 80+ demographic
know.
now.
But yeah, thank you all for hanging out with us on the YouTube. Like I said, this is our last live episode for the year. But be back here live again at the beginning of 2026. We'll be back. What is the first Monday in January that we'll be back?
Let's see. It is January 5th.
5th. We'll be back on the 5th, everybody. And it'll be my turn to do a review. And I still don't know what I want to do. So I'm going to figure something out over the holidays. Maybe I'll play a nice little beefy game that I've been putting off over the holidays.
As long as you decide by January 4th.
Yeah. I got
good.
like 3 weeks to figure it out. So we'll be good. And thank you all for hanging out with us. Have a wonderful, safe holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Thank you all. And we will see you all in 2026.